the Endless Golf Podcast, brought to you by Toyota.
Welcome into another edition of the Endless Golf Podcast presented by Toyota. Today we've got a very special guest, John Fager from Fager's Island, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Fager's Island. And recently he had the opportunity to sit down with the host of Maryland's Coast Adventures, Don Eman, and talk about his journey here in Ocean City.
Joining me here at Fager's Island is John Fager. John, it's super exciting that Fager's Island is going to be celebrating their 50th anniversary on Monday, June 16th. I'd love to know how this whole concept, there's so many things going on, got started.
Well, it got started really in 1972 when this was just a vacant piece of land on the bay that nobody was interested in. I actually, at that point, bought it to build townhouses. In 1972, there was a market crash. Every high-rise builder in the Golden Mile up there went broke. We had permits, drawings, and everything. So I sat here with this property in 1972, 73, 74. I thought, well, I'll just wait, and
ride it
build
out.
it or ride it out. But the ride was too long. So all of a sudden, by 75 was approaching, I'm thinking, well, I'll just go back here. I'll build a bar on the bay, with the sunset view. And when the market turns, I'll just cut the pilings, move the building, and build the townhouses.
Okay.
When opening night occurred on June the 16th, 1975, the whole story was rewritten. Fager's Island wasn't going anywhere.
So Fager's has evolved clearly from a small little bar to just watch sunset to 2 restaurants, hotels, another location in Berlin. Over the years, how do you keep evolving?
Well, it's just, one of our mantras here is evolve or die. So that's why it keeps changing, and we've added on, as you know, the beach and the outside bars and then the hotels over here. So, yeah, we somehow keep trying to fill in the canvas, and we're not done.
Every year there's always something new when you come here. How did the deck party get started?
The season is so short here, and then Monday nights, I guess, after a couple of years, we're pretty dead. So we're like, well, how can we get Monday nights on the board, with generating some income, because we just can't sit here. I think at that time we had expanded the outside deck a little bit. From 9 to midnight, we were dead. There was nobody here. It was 2 in the morning at 9 o'clock.
Right.
Everybody left. So now we have really the early part, where people like my age come to enjoy the music, and have a rum punch, and we have a midsection with the band, and then we have a DJ that comes on at night. All the employees in Ocean City, they earn money Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so on Monday they need somewhere to spend it. All right.
This is the spot. So speaking of spending money, a lot of people come here and you're known for your sunset. You play the 1812 Overture, and it ends when the sun sets.
So that's another long story, but on Sundays, Ocean City was dry. All the bars were closed. We would kind of just goof off on Sundays with all my buddies, and pretty much would end around sunset, after we'd exhausted ourselves all day. So I had these big JBL studio monitor speakers, a dual turntable, and then these big amplifiers, right? So I started fiddling with and trying to time some music to the sunset. Somebody said, try the 1812 Overture. But we'd all sit out there and watch the sunset. So then when we opened here, I thought, well, I'm going to try it one night. And then people liked it. So anyway, it got to a point where we said, okay, we're just going to do it every night. It's almost a religious experience.
I agree.
The conversation stops. Everybody watches the sunset. Everybody gets not everybody, but most people get sort of quiet,
Pictures are taken.
Yeah, they're taking in the day, and then the sunset, and then the big climax. And
it's a great way to close out your day.
Yeah, and then we get applause, as you know.
And the things shoot off.
Well, now we shoot confetti.
Confetti,
as things evolve, they get.
That's one thing. Keep evolving. John, we're going to take a quick break, but stay with us. We'll be right back to hear more about Fager's Island.
And now a word from our sponsor.
I love a good adventure, and my friends and family do too. So we all drive Toyotas. Tacomas for my rugged buds, and Corollas for my city crew. And I drive a RAV4 that I take camping, shopping, and basically everywhere else. We all picked our Toyotas because they're reliable and efficient and have amazing resale value, saving us money now and down the road, so we can make every day an adventure. Check out buyatoyota.com for deals and inventory. Toyota, Let's go places.
Also, there's a beautiful pier and gazebo out here.
In Rehoboth Beach on Silver Lake, you know, all those little, and I always thought they were so romantic, whatever.
Right.
So I said, to have something like that here.
It's there and
And
it's
it's
survived.
iconic,
It's
and
iconic.
people-
It
All right,
survives.
yeah.
You found the roof of it and the statue in the parking lot after Hurricane Sandy, which is everyone was really happy that happened and got back up, and it looks great.
We had originally, when I built that gazebo, I put a deer on top of it. Not life-size quite, but pretty big deer. And I would get a hard time from people, like, why are you putting a deer out there? It's not nautical. It doesn't have anything to do with Fager's Island. I don't know, I just had a deer and I put it up there. You know? So at some point in the middle of the night, the deer disappeared. Years later, it was sighted in a fraternity house at the University of Maryland. My wife, Michelle, and I, we found the angel. We put the angel in here to bless Fager's Island. So when that storm came, Jack was actually here with me. He was like a little guy. And that storm broke, and it started taking everything. I mean, it took our whole underside. It took the whole pier. It took the gazebo. And we came in the next morning, and the gazebo was gone, the pier was gone, the place is all crashed in. So up on about the middle of the parking lot, the top of the gazebo was sitting with the angel still on it, sitting totally intact on the parking lot. I said, well, all right, that angel did bless us, you know, because all the damage was repairable. And we were luckier than a lot of people. And that storm, if you remember how vicious that was.
That was vicious, yes.
So there's the angel back on the pier and gazebo.
Well, not only has the angel been around for a while, but a lot of your employees have worked here for many years.
God.
What is the success to keeping your employees happy?
So we try to treat people here in a way that we would want to be treated if we were going like to some resort. I think the idea here is that if everybody likes to come to work, everybody enjoys coming to work, so then the customers have a good time. And then hopefully, a lot of the employees who have been here for a long time, we've got people who've been here even up to 40 years, they've all been able to make money. You know, and that's the gauge of your success, is did you make money or not make money?
Right.
So the bartenders here do very well. The fine dining waiters do very well. So we just try to have fun coming to work.
When I'm here, I do see you. So I think it's interesting. A lot of owners you don't see, but you are here too. You are a hands-on owner. Do you think?
I love coming to work. There's not a day I've ever come to work that I didn't want to come to work. You know, I love coming here. Now I get to hang out a lot more. You know, I'm not washing dishes as much or carrying trays as much as I used to, because we have now so much help and have my boys here and all. So now I get to come in more or less and just kind of hang out, see what's going on, make whatever corrections necessary. You know, move furniture around and talk to folks.
And beyond just Fager's, you've grown so much with the hotels. Do you just want to keep on growing and growing?
For me, when I get an idea, then I have to like do something about it. Okay, so when this property next door became available for sale, I'm like thinking, well, if I could build a bridge, if they'd let me build a bridge across here to connect these two, and then if I could take that building and make it, instead of a restaurant, remember it used to be the Wild Goose Chase, and make that just into a hotel rooms, you know, then once I had that idea, I'm like, okay, well, let's just do it.
Figure it out.
All right, let's figure out how to do it and make it happen. So, and that's the same with the other restaurants. And then, of course, the Atlantic Hotel in Berlin is a whole different animal altogether. That's 1895, that's historic, that's a part of the heart of Berlin.
We have a restaurant there and a bar there too.
And then Bad Monkeys. We built those for just to have fun. Bought that property because it was near us, and said, okay, well, we'll build a sub shop, and then let's build a burger bar with craft beer, second floor, open air. And we were going to call it the Yellow Submarine because I had that big yellow submarine downstairs. But I was never happy with the name, really. So I just woke up one morning and Bad Monkey just came into my mind. You know, it was like a gift from heaven or something. I don't know. Bad Monkey came to mind, so I woke up, I Googled Bad Monkey, and there wasn't anything. There was like this one book that a guy wrote from Florida about the Florida Keys called Bad Monkey. And other than that, there was nothing. I'm like, okay, now I'm never going to talk my wife, and then Kevin Myers was going to be a partner. I'm never going to talk them into Bad Monkey. And then I did.
You did. Well, you should be so proud of all your accomplishments over all these years. What is going to happen on June 16th? Where are all the festivities that day?
Well, so June 16th, I think a lot of people, as you mentioned, have worked here over the years, and even if they haven't, they worked here and then went on to open other restaurants or other places, or have other careers. We're going to start at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
We're going to have a pig roast on the parking lot, because we used to have pig roasts if you go back that far. So I'm going to put up storyboards that have photographs of this place when it was new and original menus. So I'm just expecting that just people are going to stop by, have a rum punch, talk to Billy Carter and the band, talk to all the different employees that are here, just have like a social, kind of remembrance.
John, thanks again for sharing all your information about Fager's Island and the success here.
The Endless Golf Podcast has been brought to you by Toyota.